Okay, wondering who's out there. Oh, I better turn that off or else we're going to have some conflict. There we go. All right. I'm just bored. Want somebody to talk to. So I've got a mess on my table here. You can ask me about the mess. If you guys start losing interest, those with the attention span of a goldfish, I have fish food. I might use it. And there's nobody there. Well, all right, whatever. I'm just going to mess around with some FPV stuff here because I know very little to nothing about FPV. Oh, serious? I put the wrong end on that. We got 2 females and no male. Wonderful. Now I get to rewire the whole thing. Yeah. What a bummer, man. Oh, the heck with this. I'm just going to cut it off and start over. Luckily, I have a nice little kit here that I can make whatever end I need, male or female. Cut off a couple males. Ooh, sounds like a circumcision joke. Oh, yeah, this show may not be family friendly now and then. Especially if I burn my fingers or something like that. Oh yeah, I can come up with some very descriptive phrases. Is there anybody out there? Nobody. Nada. I just want somebody to talk to, man. That's it. Just push it out of there. I didn't need that in there anyway, did I? Who cares if I have an end on this? Come on. Would you cooperate, you little mutant? Come on. It keeps wanting to roll on me. I don't want it to roll. And now my fingers are going numb. Again. Still. I go for a nerve conduction test tomorrow. I'll bet I'm going to have carpal tunnel surgery. I know I have to get the left thumb rebuilt. I've worn the joint out down here. Yeah, nobody there, nobody cares. You did it again. Ah, you road apple. Come on. Ah, that's the trick. I got to hold my mouth just right. Got to get that tongue sticking out the side, and then it'll work. No, it didn't work. It didn't crimp down far enough. The stupid, teeny tiny little wire that it is will not crimp. So we're going to get on my 4 power glasses instead of my usual old man 2 power. and we're going to solder it. I have a little battery-powered soldering iron here, but I don't have any solder. Where is it? Oh, there it is. This thing is great. It's got the tiniest little tip on it. It's called an iso tip. It's great for getting in those teeny tiny little places that you can't with a normal soldering iron. I bet in a minute here my dog's going to come in and say, "Did you know you're talking to yourself again?" Oh, there's one person. Wonder who that could be. Hi, whoever one person is. I'm just fighting with it. Anybody know anything about FPV? I admit I have never really used it, but I have this plan, you see. I'm building this SOP with Camel. And a friend of mine was supposed to be finishing my brother's Fokker D7. They're both quarter scale. And we were going to put FPV systems in them and lasers in the guns and laser detectors on the planes. And we're going to go into a dogfight. And if I hit his plane, his detector will go off and it'll turn his smoke system on for about 2 or 3 seconds. How does that sound? That sounds like fun, don't it? Well, one person left. I guess he didn't see the fish food over here. Oh, come on. Some of my friends at least log in, make me feel like you're my friends. Wow. Kevin? Donnie? Nobody? Wow. Duke? Phil? Derek, he will not subscribe to my channel. He's a dork. Hear that, Derek? I think you're a dork. Oh, one. Oh, so I got a thumbs up on Derek being a dork. All right, hold on. I got to change glasses to read what was just written. Oh, it's Ricardo. Who cares about him? Just kidding, Cardo. Glad to see you're still paying attention. So what have you been up to? I'm just bored tonight. I'm working downstairs, and I was telling the no viewers out there that I go tomorrow for some sort of nerve conduction test dealy, and I'm positive it's going to say I have carpal tunnel and that I need it fixed. And I'll say, well, why don't you do that while you're repairing my thumb joint, because it's shot too, of course. So anyway, nice trip down to Salt Lake. I hope it's not snowing. All right, now I got to figure out which side this stupid thing goes on. This goes over the top that way. And that's got it keyed. Where's my other one? My other one. I just had, there it is. All right, so if it's keyed that way, the black wire goes over here. like so. And that should snap. There we go. Now, hey, Cardo, check this out. That's a camera, dude. This is an FPV system that goes on one of my planes and will shoot me live video to a screen I've got. And this mounts in a set of goggles. At least I hope it works. We're going to find out right now. We're going to do a bench test. Oh, I got lights. I got pretty little lights. Blue, green, and red. Isn't that cool? Now, let's turn this on and let's see if... Oh, let's not get the solder near the backside of that camera. That's an open circuit board. Now, still got nothing. So this thing says I'm on... I think it says I'm on channel E, something like that. I am working on a first-person video system. And these stupid little lights, see, the green one just changed over to here. That's supposed to be channel A, channel A. And then these blue ones are the different channels within channel A. Well, what did I have? I had something, and I went and changed it. Ah, look at that. Look at that crap, Cardo. It works. The madman is back. That's going to go on a plane or a helicopter or something. I can fly around and spy on people. Cool. That one works. Not hot on the wide angle aspect of it. Well, that one works. Why won't my other one work? So I've got this camera. I've got a 4K run cam that is supposed to work, and I have another one of these set up, but I can't get it to work with it. So let's unplug that one. Let's go this one. Oh, I'm putting an antenna on it. Buddy, you are not getting anywhere near my planes. Not unless I have a buddy box on you so I can take over when you intentionally pull a Mexican kamikaze. Okay. We got it there. We got something here. What's going on? I thought I had something going on. Didn't I? Channel 1, A1. It almost gave me a video feed. Wonder if it's the white one that needs to be hooked up, not the yellow one. All right, we're gonna solder on the white one because some cases yellow is video and white is audio, but other people like to make the white one video and the yellow one audio. Well, this system does not use the audio portion from the camera. It has a microphone right here that picks it up and sends it to wherever sends it to this unit. And it also, this has a micro SD card in it that records the flight. Well, let me tell you, Ricardo, as far as I can see, you'd be into one of these a couple $100. All right, come on. All right, that's changed. Now let's see what happens. Power up. Power up. Same thing. Anybody out there know about run cams and how they're supposed to work? I would really use your help. I know very little to nothing about FPV systems. I'll guarantee it's supposed to be the yellow lead on there, not the white one. Let's see, that's on. Well, that's on channel 2. So let's go. Well, that's on B2. Oh, I see. You got to hold in the button. This little shit gets hot until the correct LED flashes, and then you're on that bank. So let's get this over here. This way you could have many people running in the same area without interfering with each other. All right, that should be B2 according to their literature. Band B, number 2 is 5752, and that's what that says. So, got nothing. So let's go back and swap that wire out again. Dude, get one. I see. I want one then. What would you use it for? Spying on people? Probably. Get yourself one of those little RC drones. I know you. You'd be flying over people's backyards and videotaping the young girls in the pool. That's illegal, you know. It's called voyeurism. You also have to have an unmanned aerial vehicle license through the FAA if you're going to fly it anywhere over, I think it was 400 feet high and outside of line of sight. All right, that's swapped. Let's see. Turn that on. Turn this on. Hey, it works. All right. Now I got it on 4K. You like that? My ugly face. Here, I'll give you a closer look, Cardo. Can you see my ugly face? Yeah. Yeah, I know. My face says pedophile all over it, don't it? Don't even go there. Fantastic. I got 2 complete systems now. Love it. Okay, let's see. That's done. I knew it was the yellow lead, not the white one. There's 2 systems. This is for a smaller plane, and actually you can get these cameras that have a little antenna on top. They don't transmit as far. This is good up to like 10 miles, but that little antenna up top replaces this unit, so you can put them in a lot smaller unit. I may try this on one of my RC helicopters. Yeah, might just have to. Ah, that's great. Got those. All right, out of the way with those. Now, anybody else? No, it's still just Ricardo watching. I don't know how long I'm going to do this live feed if nobody's going to pay attention. Yeah, I know you'd be spying on your neighbor. All right. So, I am working on more of the Camel lately. Oh, don't go away, goldfish brains. I still have fish food here. Remember that. And hint, 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 hint. See that? Hint. Why does that look backwards? It's backwards on my laptop, but it's okay over there on the big screen. See the big screen? How bizarre. All right. So did I tell you the one about the airplane that was halfway to Hawaii when they sprung a massive fuel leak? And the captain realized that they don't have enough fuel to go back. They don't have enough fuel to go to Hawaii. So he gets on the intercom and he says, "Ladies and gentlemen, I got some terrible news. We have lost almost all of our fuel and we're going to be dying here, crashing into the ocean in about 20 minutes. So if you have any last words or if you need to make peace with your maker, do it right now because these are your last moments on Earth." Man, the whole cabin went dead quiet. Pretty soon, this woman stands up, starts taking off her blouse, and says, "I want some man to make me feel like a real woman." And this guy stands up, takes off his pants, and throws them at her and says, "Here, iron these." Oh, that's bad. I'm going to go to hell for that one. All right. The camel wing. I have strut mounts made that I will be putting a video out on how they were done. Let's see, this would be the other wing. They go here. This is where the interplane strut. Let me grab one. This would be an interplane strut. This goes between the wings. Okay, because it is a biplane. So this socket's down in there. I got to do some final fitting. But these are going to get bolted to this spar. And according to the Camel Bible here, okay, I have the page marked. See that? In the wing, there's a pulley for the aileron control cable to come through, and it comes down the wing, around the pulley, and goes out the back. So I have made pulleys, and that's going to be in the upcoming video also. This will mount up to here, but here's the mount. This is a bit of a sub-assembly that will get bolted to there. This will get stuffed in there. Okay. And then I got to frame it with these little guys. And you're like, why are you going to that trouble? Well, because if you look on, I'm going to get it in the camera. You look here, this is the bottom of the wing. This is the top. There, right on here on the top, there's a piece of clear plastic that's there so that you can inspect this pulley to make sure it's okay before you take off. So anything in this area is going to be exposed. People will see it. So I'm in the middle of trying to reproduce these wing ribs and this area so that when you look through that inspection plate, it looks like the real airplane. So yeah, it takes a while. I have to stain it. I have fumble gut. I have 8 of them to do because I need to make 2 of these for each wing. And I got them cut out, but now I got to start dremeling out the centers. And then I can mount the pulleys. And then the cable can run down this clear plastic tube. Why clear plastic? Well, because the bottom of these wings were never painted. They were just the natural fabric color. So if you look, if you see it in the sunlight and it shows through, I only want to be able to see the cable, not the housing. But if I have to feed the cable inside there after the wing is covered, here's my cable. This is 1/32 inch braided stainless steel cable. It's 1/32 because that's exactly quarter scale. They used 1/8 inch. See, I can feed it right down that tube without a problem while the wing is covered, and this is all inaccessible. And then through that hatch, through that view panel, oh, there it went. Anyway, I can take it, I can unscrew the view panel, I can feed it through the pulley, through another little guide tube, and out the bottom of the wing. That's the plan anyway, because it's got to go through the bottom of the wing and connect to this control horn. See if I can lift that up so you guys can see it. So that's how that's going to work. It's a pull system. And then from this point, there's another cable that goes up to the other aileron and connects. And then the top aileron will have this on the top, which goes back into the top wing, clear over to the other side, and repeats. Does a loop around both wings and then comes back to the airplane inside the cockpit. My mad idea here was to be able to remove the wings. Oh, hi, Alexis. Cool. I got 3 people watching. Yahoo! Here, I thought I was going to be alone tonight. Anyway, I hope that when I take this to the field, I'm going to have to pull the wings off. So these are socketed onto some studs, and the cables will feed into the fuselage, and with a ball link will snap on to the bell crank. I figure that's going to be about the easiest way I can do this. So, yeah, before you joined us, I was rigging up an FPV system, 4K. I've never done FPV, but me and a friend of mine were planning on making these old World War I biplanes with FPV systems on them so we could do some real dogfighting. Yeah, and we're going to put lasers in the guns and detectors on the planes. And if I hit his plane, his smoke system will turn on for about 3 seconds. Already got that part figured out too. So this ought to be a trip. Hopefully I can get this thing done this year. I don't know about my friend. He's kind of slow. So, any questions about what's on this table? I know it's a mess. I wonder who that third person is. Oh, we're back down to 1. See, I didn't grab the fish food quick enough, and the goldfish brains left. I don't know if they're goldfish brains or cabbage heads. Or remember those Cabbage Patch dolls? Yeah, they grew up and now they vote. Anyway, I got lots of work to do here. Maybe I'll just sign off for tonight because there's not a whole lot of people. There's just one. I think Ricardo left, a friend of mine. Now somebody's hit me on Facebook, I think. Something. Yeah, I got people requesting to be my friend like you can't believe. I don't know why. It's just exploded since my YouTube channel has come up. So most of them, 99% of them, I believe, are modelers. I just wish they would float over and subscribe to my YouTube channel, because I really am trying to build that up to where I can get some income off of it. See what my analytics say. Well, I've got it. See, only 17 views the last 60 minutes, so that was up to 40 something. What are they watching? Oh, 7 of them on my live shop. But that's an older, isn't it? No, that's today. Wow. Okay. 7 views. Well, that's odd. Why isn't it showing up here? Well, there's a second one that chimed in here. My laptop says 2 people watching. My video analytics say there's 7. Oh, I see. They've been popping in and out. Ooh, okay. All right. Hey, Aaron, how you doing, buddy? I was just kind of going over a preview of what I've been doing on the Camel. Damn mess over here, isn't it? See if I get the camera down there. See all this? These are strut mounts. Yep. I got to clean them up and paint them. And make sure I didn't make 2 left ones, 2 front lefts. I mean, you guys have never done that, have you? Build an RC plane and make 2 left sides or 2 right sides and go, oh no! Yeah. I've never done that. Right. I'm such a liar. So how's that pit's coming along, Aaron? I just kind of got bored tonight and was like, you know what? I talk to myself all the time. I might as well put it on YouTube. People are like, no, thank you. I haven't worked on it for a few weeks. Oh, I'm sorry. Been messed up, huh? Oh, work's been messed up. Here, I thought you were messed up. Oh, you got to be messed up if you're into models like me, especially if you build. Everybody just buys now. I know you're one that doesn't need this. You have the attention span longer than a goldfish, so I don't have to bribe you with fish food. I'm set. I got my iced tea and my Swedish fish. We're going for it. But I may need to sign off so I can do some dremeling. I got to carve the centers out of these. Make it look like that. And I need to clean these disasters up. These are put together that same silver solder that I told you to use on your flying wires. This stuff is incredibly strong. My kit provided me with these stainless steel anchors. I tell you what, I think they're chromium stainless steel. Well, there is chromium in it for stainless steel, but you can't hardly cut these with a pair of shears like this. I mean, it does not cut. No, I can't get it. That's all I get out of it. Incredibly hard stuff. But it does solder nice. I guess I could, while I guess I do have a quiet project I could do. This is the wing center section, top center section. I could mark and mount. Where is it? There's one of them around here. Oops, didn't mean to nuzzle you guys. Right there. See, these are all, this one's already painted because it's ready to go right here. So what I need to do is I need to mark them where they're at, make sure that they're nice and square, run a tape measure across both, make sure they're parallel, not like this kind of crap, and get them on here, get them bolted on, because I have just enough space. Well, I got to repair that. I have just enough space that I can go right over the top of this and drill all the way through, because I made a special drill. That's not funny, Mr. Scott. Listening to you is like listening to myself. Yeah. Well, I told you really remind me of my brother, so I can imagine. Anyway, after I get it positioned, I'm going to super glue it on there, and then I'll take a drill that I've made, and I'll go right across the top, drill all the way through, and bolt it. The original kit had some sort of flimsy little deal where you actually took these and bent them and used a little screw that went into the wood this way. I'm not a big fan of that because that's pulling the screw straight out. I would rather go in on the side to get a shear stress on it. That thing will not move anywhere when I'm done. It is going to be a little bit more difficult to take apart because the way he had it, this was actually bolted on to part of this, so you would screw them together. I'm going to have to literally just take the flying wires off. But it shouldn't be too bad since I've got these pegs that peg into the top wing, slide them on, put the flying wire on. His design, Mick Reeves, only had some locating dowels up here. He did not have anything to support it. This is in here in case I have flying wires let loose. I have something to hold the wing on, and hopefully I'll see it or feel it, and I'll be able to bring the plane in without losing it. I had an old Pilot Tiger Moth that was held together with just the flying wires, and I had one of them pull out the way he had this. And I was like, nope, I'm not going to do that again. So that's what I'm doing here. I'm going to have to get out the plan and see exactly where they're supposed to line up. Now, on the pictures I've seen on the real Camel, when they go to cover this, they didn't put any kind of fairing around this. They just put the covering around it and then put a doubler around it and doped it down. So some of this sticks out from the covering. The covering will probably bridge right through here. May not, I don't know. But I'm going to do it the way they did it. The only thing that's different on mine is this bracket. This is the same, but this isn't. I don't need to have this scale because nobody's going to see it. Speaking of the inspection windows, here's one inspection window here. This has an aluminum piece that goes over it and a piece of clear plastic. This is so that you can inspect the turnbuckle that connects the aileron cables from both sides, and for adjusting to tension it. That's how I'm going to connect the cables on this airplane after I take the wings off. I will undo that buckle and pull the wing and cable and everything out. And then this clear plastic tube is on here so that when I pull this panel off of this side, it'll come out of the tube. When I put it on, all I have to do is feed it down the tube again. So it's going to be a little bit of an intensive operation to get this thing flyable at the field. But I can't really think of a better way to do it, a simpler way to do it that I would really be happy with. So I hope here in the next week or two, I'll be able to publish a video on how I build all these and the little pulleys for the ailerons. And finishing up, I've got to put some aluminum duct tape over every rib because they had a little piece of sheet metal that went over the top to hold the trailing edge on. I'm going to kind of do that, duplicate it. That will show through the covering, so I need to have something on there. By that time, it'll be time to cover the wings. And then it's on to a little bit of sheet metal on the fuselage and finishing up the landing gear. Let's see. Boy, it's going to be really close. I need to mount a fuel tank and a throttle servo. But it's going to be really close to the finished final paint job. I'm hoping I can fly this thing sometime this summer or fall. We always have a big scale warbird meet in the fall, and I really want to bring this thing out this year. I'm trying to remember when my brother passed away. I'm thinking it's going on 10 years now. We started these things 10 years ago. He was building a Balsa USA Fokker D7. A friend of mine, Donnie, is supposed to be building it, but he's kind of, I don't know, he's kind of fallen off the wagon as far as building is concerned. So I'm not sure what his plans are. If he's not going to finish it, I will. Yeah, you're right. Always so close, but so far away, Aaron. But it's like eating an elephant. You do it one bite at a time, and you look back at what you've gotten accomplished and feel good about what you did. And you don't want to, at this point, cut any corners. Well, let's see. I'm looking at my studio analytics right now. I got eight people watching this live right now. 37.5% are coming in off the suggested videos, 25 off of browse features, 25 off of notifications, channel pages 12.5. That's all right. Still got 12 of them up there, or 8 views right now. I think I'm going to shut it off at 1 hour in, though. Because, I'm just kind of bored tonight. And I've noticed that my live feeds may not be picked up right away, but people are watching them later on. So we'll get this figured out. Like I said, I've already made a video on this stuff. But I'm not going to show you how I did it. You're going to have to wait for the video to come out. And that includes making the pulleys. I did those on my lathe. Oh, I'm alluding to how I did it. Shouldn't have done that. That's a teaser, guys. Anyway, lots of sheet metal here. I'm thinking I'm going to try to do some blacksmithing. Back to the Camel Bible. See, Haynes makes a repair manual for your Camel just in case you have one. On these control cables, when they meet the control surfaces, see if I can find a video of it or a picture of it. That the wire, the cable itself loops around kind of like a yoke arrangement. Yeah, right here. Let's see if I can get that up closer. You see that little yoke right there? That's a steel yoke. And I'm thinking I might be able to use my oxyacetylene torch, take some piano wire, heat the snot out of it, and flatten a couple ends, and then make a jig that will bind a post sticking up and one here to wrap around. You stick that flattened end in between there and then heat it up and wrap it right around. And then you'll have the two ends. I'm thinking of doing that because what I have now is an aluminum piece I made right here. I'm really not happy with it. It just doesn't quite look the part. I'm sure it will hold without a problem. It just doesn't look right. I guess I could round all the edges, but that's a lot of damn work. I want to see if I can make them out of steel. They would look so much better. And chair, if you don't move, I got this chair seat. Oh. Hey, Aaron, you need to, let's see. How can I get you in touch with Alexis? Alexis, yeah, he's going to build a 3rd scale Christen Eagle. Okay, all right. Stay put, Alexis. I've got it for you. You need to get a hold of Mick Reeves. I think he's in England somewhere. I'm digging through my Camel box. I got this box full of hardware that I'm trying to see if I can find what I need. Oh, yeah, there's a bag of them. Okay. And there's some of that. Okay. Alexis, go to From the Ground Up. That's Aaron Phillips' YouTube channel. And he's building a pit special, and he shows you how to do these flying wires because I showed him. So I know he's doing it right. Anyway, let me get you down here close. Get that out of the way. Get all this garbage out of the way. Okay. You can get these from Mick Reeves. These are hardened stainless steel deals. Now, notice this one does not screw in. Okay, it's there because you put the screw in through the top, you use the head on the end of it, and it swivels. It's a free swivel. The others, let's see if I can find one. They're threaded. Of course, I'm picking up every one of them that's open and not threaded. Are you kidding me? It says 10 pairs. Where's the other part of the pair here? That's it, fingers. I didn't want to hold on to them anyway. All right. There's a threaded one, I'm pretty sure. Yes, that's threaded. So anyway, they come with the little dealie there, and then you can get this flattened stainless steel wire, and it gets silver soldered onto the end of that. Now, when I do mine, though, I'll take my Dremel and I'll cut a little slot out so that it kind of sits in like this, so that I get a little bit more contact area when I silver solder. And I use this stuff, this silver braze flux, or it's not flux, but the solder. It is exactly the way it says. It's silver and it's brass. So it's like brazing it on, but you don't need an oxyacetylene torch to do it. I use one because I've got a little teeny tip that I can use at a very fine point, but I got to be careful not to get it too hot. You don't want to anneal this stuff, but that's where you get it. Did that answer your question there, bud? But anyway, go to From the Ground Up. The guy's name is Aaron Phillips. He's listening in right now. And he has a video on how to do it, and I'll be doing a video later on how to do it myself when I get to that point. I think he has a couple different styles of these ends, these threaded ends. I bought these. I think they're kind of teardrop shaped, but they're actually left and right hand threaded, so that when you turn that flying wire, it's going to tighten on each end. These weren't part of my original Mick Reeves kit, but I saw a guy on YouTube that used them. I'm like, yeah, damn, those are the ones I want because they're shaped correctly for the Camel. I think these are a bit more robust. I may end up using these on some of my landing gear. I think yours will do fine, Aaron. I really do. And yeah, the notching deal is something that I thought of just a couple days ago, so don't beat yourself up over it. I think you're gonna have enough on there and it flowed in. Yeah, I was just telling Alexis about it. So about your video. Alexis is a buddy of mine in Australia, Aaron. He does a lot of gliders. Him and Ross, they do some big gliders, man. Ross Bathy is one of the administrators on my Facebook group, Scale RC Airplane Builder Techniques. Is that it? Yeah, that's it. I keep forgetting the name of my own damn group. Anyway, those two guys are down under and they're enjoying some wonderful weather right now. And Aaron is up here by me, and we've been at 0 or sub-freezing temperatures and snow. So have fun. This is our building season. Just throwing that out there. See, just throwing that out there. For anybody that is tuning in, just throwing that out there, dude. I mean, I'm a poor old man. I'm on disability. I need something to add to my income. Please help a poor old man out. A poor old vet, really. I used to be a crew chief on the F-111. But that's where I threw my back out, was in the service. And it has plagued me ever since. So, anything else? Anything else you guys, I mean, I've been on for an hour. I'm about ready to shut it. Well, almost an hour. Another, 6.5 minutes? I'm about ready. Yeah. I'd love to see that third scale Kristen Eagle. I have a third scale pit sitting in my garage that's been there for 30 years. Has an old Walker machine 3.2 in it. Boy, that was a vibrating SOB. I think it's because it had a 6-bolt mount to the prop, but never had a center stub to locate the prop on. So if it was off just a little bit, well, let me put it to you this way. One flight, I'm flying along, and the whole engine came right out of the airplane. Yeah, that's when we destroyed the plane and rebuilt it. Anyway, all right. Here's a thinner one that I did a test on. This is supposed to be for. I'm not perfect. Look how nasty that looks. That's terrible. That's just awful. But that's where I silver soldered it right to the end of the stud. And this was supposed to be for the tail surfaces. I'll do them again. This thicker stuff is for the wings and the landing gear. This is going to be fun. I think I counted. I got 74 of these things to do. Yeah, it's going to be a while. I'll wait till the wings are covered and everything's done, and then I can start putting on flying wires and straightening it all up. Well, I think I'm going to wrap it up. I just thought I would do a live feed to see who's out there, who's watching, and to let you know there is another video coming up, I hope soon, for at least the hardware in the wings, and then proceed on to covering, which will include rib stitching, pinking tape, and finishing off the wings. However, I am having a real problem with this left thumb. Right now, these 3 fingers are numb. So I know I've got carpal tunnel. I'm going in for some nerve conduction testing tomorrow. And I know for a fact that this joint is worn out completely. So they're going to, I don't know if you can see the scars there. They did my right one. They actually took the bone out of my wrist, cut up my arm here, took half of this tendon, pulled it down, put it in where that bone was gone, and then wrapped it around the end of the bone to the thumb and screwed the tendon on there and formed a joint. And I'll tell you what, it works like a champ. I got to have this one done. I've used my hands my whole life, and they're starting to give out. Plus, I just had x-rays done, and they said that I have moderate to severe arthritis in my shoulders, hips, and knees, and severe arthritis in my hands. Whoopee. Doesn't that sound like fun? About the time I don't have to work and I can play with airplanes all damn day, my hands are giving out. Just my luck, huh? It's almost like I slept with Murphy's wife or something. Well, I'll tell you what, if he doesn't stop, I'm going to sleep with his daughter and his mother too. And if he still continues, I'll even go over with his grandmother. All right, with that note, my Kristen is getting 44 flat twin. There you go. Yeah, my Walker 3.2. Oh, thanks. I appreciate that compliment. People who don't watch you are missing out. Thank you. I appreciate that. But that's why the goldfish, to keep the goldfish brains happy. Just a teaser, see. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, that Walker 3.2 of mine, I think it turns out to be about 53 cc, if that, but it's an older engine, so it's not as powerful as the new ones. It swung a 22.8 prop on that Pitts. That Pitts weighed in at, I think it was about 20 pounds, and it flew very scale. I loved it. When I rebuilt it, I put it in the back of my trailer to take it to a meet, and I had to go somewhere up town. Didn't want to leave it out in my driveway open, so I backed the trailer into the garage, and the tail section did not clear the garage door. So it's hung up in my garage right now. It's a complete scratch build with the tail feathers all rumpled up. One of these days, and it got heavy too because I painted it with automotive paint over SIG coverall. One of these days, I'm going to strip all the paint off right down to the coverall, and I'm going to redo it in aircraft dope and fix the tail surfaces, because that was a great flying plane. Aaron, you're going to find out that the stall characteristics on those bipes are fantastic. They just kind of drop out of the air. They don't roll over on one side. At least mine didn't. And slow, oh man, I could bring mine in slow. Even at 20 pounds, it would creep in because of the big double wings. Anyway, I'm signing off. Thank you guys for watching, and have a good day.